What are you doing? Hello, everybody. Welcome into ONTrack Weekly. Second last time from this location. Going through a bit of a change over here, so bear in mind there's some changes happening as we get ready for Motorama, which is only 2 weeks away now. So you'll make sure to come out and see us at the International Center. We'll be there all 3 days with the Stickers and Scuffs podcast representing them. But lots of options to be a part of things there, and we've got some stage shows going on. We're going to have autograph sessions at the booth right across from the stage at the Boneyard Media or Podcast Corner. We'll be there, like I said, all 3 days. Graydon Bunn's going to join me on Saturday. We'll have Follow Me Photography and Ben Stop Photography there all 3 days as well. Driver photos, one-on-one interviews, SNS Decal distribution. Then, of course, we're going to be on stage as well for 2 shows live. So definitely come out and see us. And we welcome into the show. Start off with debut on the show. Someone who, I've actually wanted to get on the show, and he's coming on with his mom, and it's going to be nice to have him on here. And hear a little bit more about the division that they both are a part of, which is the um, Great Lakes Legend Series presented by Freshstone Brands. Don't hear enough about that division, so it would be nice to hear a little bit from them. You'll see her on the regular. She's going to be part of the show. I believe he'll be there as well. We'll get some confirmation, but it's going to be Jenny and Zach Hatch who are joining us first tonight here on the program, and we'll welcome them in for Zach's. I believe this is Zach's first foray into being on a podcast, and luckily Jenny conned him into doing this, and he couldn't say no. So we welcome them both into the show tonight, sporting the 71 and actually Daytona 500 hat as well. So not bad. How we doing tonight, Hatches?
We're good.
Yeah,
Awesome.
can't complain.
Awesome. So you guys both heading into the 2026 season. It is the Great Lakes Legends Series once again. I believe for both of you, Jen, you're back as race director this year.
Back as race director, super excited. I think our car counts are definitely climbing and kicking off at Delaware with a big race there where I think a lot of people have always wanted to do that. I know some of them have done it, but it was way back. Can't remember exactly when they told me, but it was quite a long time ago when they had done it the first time. And so I think a whole bunch of people are excited for Delaware.
As Steve Trindle says, it's the Seaforth hockey star right there, which is great to point out there, Steve. Trindle, great fan of the show. He's going to be on the show actually later today with Colton and Wally. But Zach, how long has it been that you've been behind the wheel?
I think it's been 5 or 6 years now. Not too long. Kind of got a late start to it, but enjoyed every minute of it.
Well, I need to know then, Zach, you have a very different position as a racer in this because most racers don't have their mom telling them what they need to be doing out there as the race director.
Yeah, I actually try my best to not listen to her. That's usually the motivation, but no. Actually, I think it's more beneficial if she's not your mom because I feel like I catch the most heat all the time for stuff I do on the track.
Yeah, I would think so. It's this will be year number 3, I think it is for you, Jen, as race director.
Yeah. It'll be year number 3 as like the race director, and for the year before that, I definitely jumped in and helped Blake out wherever he needed it. So, I've done a lot of positions there, and looking forward to another year as race director. It's a thankless job. You don't have any friends on race day, but at the same time, I love being there and love being part of it.
Zach, are you looking forward to going to the big track? Because you've seen your mom race Delaware Speedway many a time. You've raced actually, I think once or twice in Big Booty Judy out there. So you guys looking forward to going out there? I've never seen the Legends race at Delaware, so I'm really excited about this. But how are you guys as racers? How are you feeling?
Well, unfortunately, I don't know if I'll be running a car at Delaware, but I'm definitely gonna be there. Yeah, it definitely be a load of fun though. Like that's gonna be kind of speeds that a lot of guys have probably never seen in the Legends. Some guys have definitely been around other big cars, definitely get those speeds on other tracks, but it'll be interesting to watch for sure, and I'll definitely be there to check it out.
It's one of those things that you don't want to risk the car either, right? And especially at a big track like that, if you don't have the experience to go out there, do it. If you don't have a second car, you don't want to tear the car up. I mean, we saw Eric Stewart last year in the Ontario Legend cars at Sunset. I think he had the throttle stick and he was done for the season because it damaged the car so badly. So you don't want to have anything like that. But you could steadily progressing in the Great Lakes Legends. Zach, it's been a nice progression for you. What are you looking for this year? Because obviously, as Jen mentioned, there's a lot more guys coming out. We actually had Del Freiberger on SNS last week, and he said that he's going to be in full-time effort for Great Lakes Legends, and then he joins Chase Stevieart, who also comes over from Ontario Legend Cars to come run for a full season. So how does it feel for you, and what are you trying to get out of this year?
Well, actually, this year I don't think I'm going to run a full season this year, unfortunately. I went back to school. So that's super busy, and got my first job in engineering more towards Toronto way. So I just can't really commit to kind of all of the shop hours and stuff, and it's kind of hard to not be in the shop and race because you're kind of not given the full effort there. But I think I'm gonna try and get in for a couple races, and I'm gonna be around the track when I can, kind of helping out
How do
whoever
you
kind of needs it. But
how do you feel things have gone for you in the division?
oh, I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good division to get into to start, especially back when I first got into it. There's a lot of newer drivers and stuff, so it was good to learn. And now it's kind of picking up some traction and getting better and better drivers every week. So it's kind of fun to kind of progress that way too. So yeah, I think lots of good things to come for Great Lakes this year.
And Jen, obviously, you guys making a pretty big move this off season. You guys going to go back to Flamborough Speedway on the regular this year as part of your schedule. You've got a decent amount of racers that have been a part of this division for several seasons, but you guys are going back and doing something like we said, Delaware Speedway. You're going to have the opportunity once again to showcase how good this division can be. You guys typically do have a couple of companion events as well with the Ontario Legend cars, but I love that you guys are going to be kind of the main Legend attraction at Flamborough this year.
Yeah, and Flamborough, for a lot of our guys is maybe like the better drive too,
Okay.
right? Just because we are a traveling series, a lot of people find that that's just a nice close to home, within an hour and a half kind of thing. And so we usually get a fairly good turnout there. And if it doesn't cross over with the Ontario Legends, we always get some Ontario Legends as well, because again, it's a good fast track with, it's got two grooves. Well, for the Legends, it's got two lanes to
Yeah.
race, and so it can be a racy track, and it's fun, and we always put on a good show at Flamborough, and I love it. It's like an hour for me, so that's good too. And so I'm looking forward to. I think we're there 5 times, so it's
Yeah,
going to be good.
and you guys are also doing Buxton again, so that's obviously a huge deal for you guys. Right now the only division for the Legend cars that is out on dirt.
Yeah, yeah, and again, you get some that love it, and some that
Yeah.
hate it. So the guys that love it are gonna come and have some fun. And Zach's done it a couple years now, so he can give you a bit better kind of feel on that one. But
Yeah.
it can be rough.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Well, that's
But also,
exactly it. That's
yeah.
exactly you guys do it once a year. So, from your experiences, Zach, especially for these new kids coming into this division, what's something that they're going to need to be aware of when they do head out onto the dirt?
Definitely dirt tires.
Okay.
I tried to run without dirt tires last year. I shouldn't say that. It was fun. You have a load of fun even on asphalt tires. If you want to be competitive, you definitely need dirt tires.
Okay.
That's just how it is. It's like on asphalt. If you have good tires, you're gonna do better. That's just how it works. But it's a load of fun even just to get out there, and like the track's huge.
Mhm.
Like it's not like you're jammed into a tin can and you have to be perfect. Like if you've never ran dirt before, you're fine. Like it's actually a blast just getting all sorts of sideways and kind of figuring it out and learning as the day goes on.
I've got to ask, since I didn't realize I was prepped for this show while we have the the show off here for
Yes.
Austin Arnell. So because you're not running full time, Zach, you're going to be able to tell me who is going to take away the championship this year.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a great question.
It
That is.
is, and I'm
There's
not saying that there's one person that you should be voting for, but I mean he's pretty good. I mean Matt Boyd's kind of he's come in and done really well for your
Yeah.
division. So
I just heard the other day. I heard through the grapevine that Matt's going dirt racing, so I don't think we'll see Matt back.
ooh, now that opens it way up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with Matt gone, Austin obviously is at the front.
Well,
But there's some
I think there's going to be it's going to be you kind of have to wait till the start of the season and see who
Yeah.
comes out of the woodwork the weekend before and decides where they're going to race for the season, because it
Yeah.
seems like you think you know who's going to race in what division, and then the
and
first
then-
race comes and you have
Yeah.
no idea. So
Yeah.
I think Austin's definitely just gets better and better every year, and he definitely knows what he's talking about, and he's got the seat time, so he's always just a top competitor.
I love that we're potentially going to see, Cole Camrath out there. You see Del Freiberger, Chase Stevie, the young kids coming into this division to join. The still young kids, but Pops Campbell has a great point here, and he says that Jen, you need to be out there on a Legend on Dirt. So maybe you'll be able to take Zach's ride for a race, and he'll be able to do the race directing for you for the
Yeah,
dirt race at
yeah,
Buxton.
we'll switch seats for the night. I have a little bit of dirt experience from way back in the day. Not enough to probably jump in and do very much, but again, the dirt really for me, the dirt would just be about doing it, like just
Yeah.
having fun. And I really hope a lot of people do come out to that, because it's great to support Buxton when we don't get an opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
And we had like they always have a great
Amazing.
amount of attendance.
Yeah.
And a ton of people come over
Yeah.
afterwards. We had people coming out and talking to us, just walking in front of the grandstands. They just loved seeing the legend cars there.
Well, you know what? We look forward to seeing Great Lakes Legends all year round. And Jenny Hatch, Zach Hatch will be out there for a bit. Are you guys going to both be at Motorama this year?
I'm going to be at Motorama, not with Big Booty Judy, just with Great Lakes Legends. And Zach, see, they're in second round of playoffs, so he might have to play that night.
Yeah.
So he might have to play Saturday. So
yeah, it's going to be a mystery. I might be there, I might not. I don't even know yet.
hopefully he shows up.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's gonna be my birthday, so Pops better be ready.
Oh yes,
And it
Pops
actually
Pops
is
better be ready. Mississauga better be ready. Let's be honest here.
because it actually is. We always say it's our birthdays when
Yep.
we do it, but it actually is my birthday this time.
Well, it'll be a great 25th birthday for you, Jen, and we'll see you. We'll see you guys.
He turns 24. He turns 24 on Monday. So
Oh, there we go. Happy early birthday,
Sorry
Zach.
that I'm 25.
There we go. Celebrate that. Have a great night, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight.
So much. See you later.
That's Jen and Zach Hatch. Zach making his debut here on the show, and that was a great interview. I loved having that. And let's bring on another young chap who's going to be joining once again. I believe, don't quote me if I'm wrong here, but I believe he's going to be competing once again as now it comes to disrupt everything. Carter Nickel joins me now out of Grand Bend Speedway. And Carter, are we official now that you're back Grand Bend full season for this year?
Yeah, we're thinking about it for sure.
Yeah, you gotta defend, man. This is your turf now. You can't let Mike Beneteau take it away from you. This is your deal, and now that you've joined SNS, he's joined SNS. It's a battle between the two of you guys against Keegan as to who's going to win the now. If I'm not mistaken, it is called the Outlaw Micro Sprints. Now you guys have changed the name. Grand Bend's changed it from 9 horsepower sprints to Outlaw Micro Sprints. A great series to watch. Last year, obviously, a championship season for you. Are we going to see you back in that division?
Oh yeah, for sure. We got a brand new chassis. Well, I shouldn't say brand new, but brand new to us, right?
Okay.
So we're building that from the ground up. Right now, she's still just a bare frame, and Mike's been, he's been on my butt trying to get that thing ready to go. But she'll be ready for the first race, that's for sure.
It's exciting that you're going to be out there once again competing for this title, and obviously Grand Bend. We were talking about the other day, and Clinton Jeffrey, a genius of racing, not just because he's my boss, but also because he has some really good points. He was talking about streaming and how streaming really does need to be in place. And one of those things that I think that you actually have had the advantage of being is a racer at Grand Bend, and they have recently done, and I think they do it every week now, is they do live streams of their races. You get interviewed on the regulars. So as a young racer, how do you find that, how do you like that?
I think it's really cool. I really enjoy it. I've been trying to get the social media stuff out more. I've never been real great at the social media stuff. It's all my mom doing all that stuff. So I think it's really great that we're able to, every weekend we'll get interviewed, and then we'll have, I think it's John. He'll go through the pits and he'll do a pit walk, and we'll occasionally get interviewed. I still remember championship night. We were trying to change the carburetor, and he was like walking by trying to interview us. So I really enjoy that stuff. It's cool. It's cool.
It's exactly what you as young racers need. I mean, we've talked about this. SNS is something that we're working on, is trying to interview drivers, and you've been on the show several times, you've been on ONTrack several times, kind of an insider for Grand Bend for us. And I think with a lot of those young kids coming in, they get a bit of a leg up on the interviews. And most of the kids that you've raced with, kids that have grown up now as part of Grand Band racers, they're the ones that really are fantastic in their interviews, including your Mason Culvers, your Austin Arnells. And now we're adding in the Lamonts. They raced at Grand Band. Kara Martin as well. Great interview with her. And then obviously yourself. So it definitely does help. And we saw that, Edwin Hyde was a really shy kid when he first started winning and wasn't really talking much. And now they go out there and they're able to repeat all of their partner names and talk about what it means. And you got interviewed right when you won your championship last year. How many divisions can say that they got that? I mean, they don't on the regular. I mean, it's something like coming onto a show like this on the day after. But for yourself this year, this is a difference for you because it's not the same car that you've ran. It is going to be a different car to you. So do you have nerves about this, or is it more of an excitement because it is a new piece?
Uh, I'm pretty nervous. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
When we first got it, it had been sitting in a barn for like 20 years.
Oh yeah.
And I was kind of thinking to myself, like, man, it's not that like I left Mike and stuff, but you know, I'm doing my own thing now, and if it
Yeah.
doesn't work out, I kind of look dumb. So I really, really want this to work out just so I can go out there and beat them, and then I can show like, hey, we just had never done anything like this before, built our car from the ground up, and now we're out winning.
Now is,
I
is
think,
Mike someone that you can go to for those questions and kind of learn how to do it yourself? Or are you literally trying this by yourself with no help?
well, we've definitely been talking to him a little bit. We're trying to do it our own thing, but we also want to help
Yeah.
with him, and because he's so smart. Like I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
met someone as smart as Mike in that division. So he's been texting me saying like you should be getting this part and this part, putting these in first and doing this, and then we're just kind of going at our own pace at the moment.
Well, and that's exactly what you have to do, right? I mean, the race season for you guys is a little bit later. It doesn't start right when everybody else starts, which is a bit of a benefit to you guys as well. Um, bit of a change as well for Gordon Tabitha this year. They have changed up a lot of the division names. I'm not sure if you guys are still under the NASCAR banner this year. Are you? Do you know? No. So you're
No,
not
I
under.
think the whole thing got rid of it.
Okay, so there's not going to be that, and then there's no, I believe there's no sportsman, no hot rod division anymore either. So the track's gone through a major change again through the off season. Luckily though, you guys are still out there. You guys are still going to be competitive. That division, for those that don't know about it, it is a open wheel division. And aside from those weeks where things got a little bit chaotic, yes, there was a couple of accidents. Um, some of the racing there is absolutely phenomenal. You guys draft and get amazing runs that makes honestly, you and the juniors are my favorite thing to watch there. I think there's no debating. Um, the Outlaw micro sprints, the juniors, like, I think there was a couple of cars that were really good, but I feel like your division, if I'm not mistaken, Carter, most of the field can win.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Remember at the beginning of the year, we went at like soon as we got out of the gate, we were like wicked fast. We won the first two races, and then after that third or fourth race, I still remember I think I was leading or I was second place, and you can hear the cars behind you. And I hear this guy behind me. I'm like, who is behind me? There was no one else behind me those past 2 weeks. Then all of a sudden, like this car just goes going right by me. And I look over and it's Keegan. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell? Like, where did he come from? And then the 12 goes right by me. I'm like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah. That's
it's crazy.
it's awesome to see a division that can go from one guy dominating every week to, as you mentioned, like Janice was all of a sudden up there, McLean was up there, and then obviously Keegan had the best second half of the season. And essentially, like you said, he kind of came out of nowhere. Whereas a year before, he was, in a cast because he had wrecked and had broke his, I think his ankle or his foot or whatever. Um, so things can change so very quickly, but you're going to have to go up. This is the difference, though. You didn't have to go against Mike for the full season last year. Now you're going to go up against Mike for the full year this year. And we had him on SNS, and he said he's not taking it easy on you this year. So what do you got to do to beat the guy that, I mean, you talked about it when you were on SNS with us. You said how much of a mentor he is and how much of a great racer Mike is and how much you want to beat him straight up. So what is it that you have to do to be able to do that?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know because last year he was giving me all the secrets, and this year he won't do it. You know, he give me a little tip, but he won't give me the secrets like he did last year. I think we raced him on like the Brad Clark Memorial or something, or one of those races, and he was making some ballsy moves, and even I was kind of sitting there like, how am I gonna beat this guy next year? Like, I'm scared to do that.
Yeah,
So I don't.
it's
It's
going to be
gonna be
fun,
weird.
man.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You guys were part of the same team last year. Now you're not. So now this is really going to be a great battle between the two of you guys. Um, I don't know of additional names. I had heard some rumblings of some additional names potentially coming into the class this year. I believe the numbers are probably looking up compared to where they were last year. There's a couple of names that I think were tentative. If all those names show up and you all of a sudden come to a field of 8 to 10 cars that are competitive, you guys are really going to be in for a really, really great show. Um, Obviously, we're excited because Carter, you're going to join us at Motorama. You're going to be part of the autograph sessions once again on the Saturday, I believe, is what you're booked. So we're looking forward to that. What else do you got going on before the season starts?
Really not a whole lot. Just kind of that autograph signing and then just working in the garage, getting that car ready. At the moment, there's just nothing, just kind of working.
That's the way to go about it, my friend. Well, I'm excited for you, Carter. We're up in the McCall Racing Enterprises shirt. Saw you last night in the iRacing. It didn't really work out last night. It was a bit of a chaos for everybody last night in that event. But best of luck for the rest of the offseason, buddy, and we'll see you at Motorama.
Sweet, thank you.
That's Carter Nichols, somebody you're going to have to watch for that Micro Sprint Championship out at Grand Bend this year. And somebody else you're going to have to watch out for is our buddy Mac Ingram. And, Mac is somebody who we've known for a long period of time. I want to say since we very first started, it's 2020 really, is when we first met Mac. And now Mac's back running, I believe, in 2026 bone stock program. Are we thinking that's what you're going to be doing there, Mac?
Yeah, I'm back with BT Racing again. We're going to be running another partial schedule at Flamborough Speedway. Right now, we just know we're doing the two majors in Gold Rush and Frosttoberfest.
Mm-hmm.
Where we fit in the regular season's kind of up in the air. We're still working to figure those things out, though.
Well, last year obviously was a huge deal for you. You were able to get out there and get two. Yes, that's right, two feature wins in one of the deepest fields. As we saw today, there's a little bit of chaos regarding rules. Obviously, I don't really pay attention to that stuff. I felt like I needed to today because the rules are a little bit late coming together. But for yourself, obviously, I know you wanted to get out and try a couple of different racetracks. Do you think this program this year, like I said, you're going to try the big ones? The Gold Rush, obviously, going through a little bit of a change in terms of what you guys are used to. Heat races, which is something that's brand new. How did you like that experience last year? Did you feel that you liked the heat races or the two features?
It didn't really matter to me. A lot of the
Okay.
time when we showed up, we weren't running the week before, so if it was just a two feature format, we'd be starting at the back in the first one, so it would kind
Yeah.
of end up being a glorified practice session for us more than anything. Uh, the heat racing, at least when we got that during some special events, it tended to work out well. Even when I started at the back, I was able to pass cars and get up to where I needed to be, and I'd rather it be like that because the fast cars actually make the show and start up front.
Yeah. Well, and you
But I
and you
understand why
had
we do inverse weekly.
I think you had a whale of not just a regular season. I mean, you for the limited starts you did, I think I did the math on it, um, or I did the statistic report on it, and the you were right up there with the regular racers that competed like Matt Young, in statistics on your performance last year. Um, Very rarely were you not in the top 10 in both races that you competed in. Compare that to the year before where things were a little bit different. It was a struggle at times for you, but last year seemed like everything that could go well did. You got opportunities to run in the mini stock class with Chris as well. And then I think your strongest performance, even though you didn't win, I want to say the Frost Soberfest was one of my favorite races that you put together because it felt like you came from it felt like you came from far, far away and were really close to making it right up to the podium in what was a crazy finish. But um, you had a great year last year, and that car I don't believe is the one that you're going to be piloting this year. So you had to say goodbye to it.
Yeah, we're moving on to a Cobalt. We had to modernize a little bit. Captain Same parts are a little bit harder to get for the Sunfires now, so it was time for us to learn a Cobalt, and then they're also throwing some rule changes at us, so we'll have to learn a bunch all at once real quick.
Yep. Yep.
But got a good group, we can do it.
Yeah, I mean, top three, as your dad says, it was a top three performance after all. So I remember seeing you right after being like, man, you had a couple more laps. You would have been up there right there with Rodney. And if things just went a little bit different, you would have probably snuck right underneath. Uh, again, we've seen you come from karting into this division and just find that success. It didn't take a lot of time, but you had some great partners on the race car last year that were able to help you get to doing a couple more races than I think we were anticipating. This year, what's the hope? Are you looking for some more partners for you on the car to do more races, or is it more of a scheduling issue?
Right now, it's more so a scheduling issue. We don't
Okay.
have any partners on board yet.
Mm-hmm.
We are searching for some still, but no, right now it's mostly just scheduling that's both impacting how many we do and when we're doing them. We know those majors we can make, but other than that, we don't know. So
Would there be plans to potentially go out and do invitationals at the Delaware again, at Sauble, at Peterborough? Because there are options there.
uh we're also looking at those, but logistically it's a bit of a nightmare. The
Yeah.
whatever car I'm in lives in a C can at Flamborough because it's a bit
Right.
of a drive for the BT team to bring it all the way from London every week.
Mm-hmm.
So even going to Delaware is a bit of a hassle, even though it's close for them because my car isn't there.
Yep. Yep.
Um, and that makes anything like Sauble, Grand Bend, and especially Peterborough an absolute nightmare for us to try to
Yep.
get to. But I know we have thought about a couple things at a couple other tracks. Not an invitational, but the captain did put a word in for me with a mini stock team to go do a race or two at Oshweekend.
Ooh,
So
interesting.
gonna try to go do some dirt, but that's not been finalized. So
How has it been the off season looking for partners this year? It seems overall, and I'm just sitting this from behind, kind of seeing all these other racers post, but it seems like a lot of people are searching this year. It seems more than even last year that a lot of people are desperate and aren't sure how to go about it. But you were able to find some last year. Obviously, you were an SNS ambassador last year, and will you'll always be an SNS ambassador. But what's been the process been like?
uh honestly, I haven't gotten around to a ton of places yet.
Yep,
Big part of that is the captain's been working on a sponsorship proposal for me. That's not
nice.
something chasing sponsors isn't something I've ever really had to do.
Mm-hmm.
I've always just been fortunate to be like I still live at home with my parents. I don't have to worry about rent. I can pay the money to just go play
Yes,
race car.
yes, yeah,
At least when I'm doing it in this rental capacity from
yeah,
him.
yeah.
So I haven't done a ton of searching out right now because I don't have that proposal yet.
Mm-hmm.
I know that one of my partners from last year is interested in coming back again, so I'm going to go talk to them fairly soon,
Yep.
and try to get that solidified before we get too close to the season here. Otherwise, I know everybody else is looking too, because just with the way the world is, everything's so expensive now. Any someone wants to give you $1, you'll take the 50 cents. Like,
Absolutely 100%. And I'm glad that you said it that way, Mac, is that you can't be greedy. And I know people are. You can't be greedy. Not in 2026. Take what you can get. If it's exposure, if it's product, if it's, support in any facet, take it for sure. You know, with a guy like yourself, a hair sponsorship of some sort, shampoo, conditioner, I mean, that's the way to go. He's got the locks, everybody. He's got it. Mac, how can people get in contact with you about your racing program and potentially if they do want to partner with you? Because I can speak from experience that you are an amazing rep for the business, amazing rep for not just the brand that is on your race car, but for putting results out. I mean, that's clear as day for the last 2 years. You go from never sitting in a pure stock before to having 2 feature wins, having great statistics at Flamborough Speedway, being a top 5 contender almost every single week. So that's not an easy thing to do. So how can people get in contact with you about your racing program?
A good way to start is through my social media, especially my Instagram page. That's where I'm most active. I believe it's mac.ingram47 right now.
Yep.
That number might have changed. It might not. I don't remember
Ah,
what I've done with it in all honesty.
okay.
Bad on my point of view or on mine for that one, but it'll either be 47 or 50 because we're going back to the 50 this year from what I've been told.
Ooh.
Or through I actually have a email set up for inquiries about this stuff. So
Okay.
it's macingramracing@gmail.com. It's an easy way to get to me. I'll see it there. There's not much that goes in there, so
We'll have to work on that. But Mac, always love chatting with you, buddy. We don't get to do it enough when you're at the racetrack because you're so busy. But it's nice to chat with you, bud, and can't wait to see you back out there.
yeah, thanks for having me.
That is Mac Ingram. Make sure you guys go out and honestly check him out. He's a great kid. Honestly, he's come from karting, and he came into the scene like I literally said like 2 years ago, and he ended up with the captain in BT Racing, and all of a sudden found himself having success at Flamborough Speedway. Not an easy place to do it, and rubbing shoulders with guys like Spencer Riddell and the Mitchells and Matt Young. It's not Leo LaBarbera, not an easy thing to do, and he went out there and he was able to do it. And somebody else we're gonna have, and he's gonna be there Motorama Sunday for interviews, and if you want to, and for autographs, and if you want to meet him, definitely come out and say hello. And speaking of saying hello, it's Brady Cox here on ONTrack Weekly, and Brady is another race you're gonna be able to find at Motorama Weekend. He'll be there with the SNS booth on the autograph session with a lot of the Sauble contingent. They're going to be there on Saturday evening. Brady, you are busy with a lot going on your race car for 2026.
Yeah, building a new car, and yeah, like you said, I've been super busy doing that. I've been busy helping other people too, so it's definitely been a really busy off season so far.
Now, we are interrupting his sleeping time. This is normally when he goes to bed, so I apologize that we're this late for you, Brady. But brand new look for you this year as well. You guys are doing something completely different. Love that you are actually showcasing what you're doing on the race car every week. Why did you decide you wanted a brand new look? Is it just because of the new car, or you wanted a refresh?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I think it's part of me was building a new car.
Yeah.
Figured I'd switch it up a little bit, but it was also I don't know. I ran the same colors. It's kind of hard to come up with a paint scheme with the same colors for another year. So I figured why not switch it up a little bit.
That's always one of the things that I love about racing, and I do think that people need to consider that. I mean, yes, there's a lot of good in running the regular schemes every year, but there's also a real nice thing, which is changing it up and making it a little bit attractive for different reasons. Obviously, for racers, they like to stick with what they know and what they have run. But I mean, we've seen it already. I've seen a couple people at Flamborough that are switching it up. I know Spencer's switching it up. I think the Mitchells are switching it up. It makes it more fun for me because I love schemes, as you know. We talk about them all the time, and for me, it makes it something fun to talk about, something to tease, especially when it's quiet in the off season. Things are going to be a little bit different for you this year because you're heading back to Sauble Speedway for the full season. However, when I talked about this with Graydon, I've talked about it with a couple other guests, this is not the Sauble Speedway you were initially promised, because now you're going to go out there and you're going to have 20 plus bone stocks to race with on a regular basis. So from a competition standpoint, it's fantastic. You've got to feel amazing that people are coming to the track and wanting to compete in this class with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, to hear 20 plus cars, like 20, 25 cars hopefully on a weekly basis
Mm-hmm.
at Sauble of all tracks, it's awesome because they're so far out of the way from any other track. So to hear that in one class it's going to be 25 cars on a weekly basis for our class, that's just amazing. Um, but on the competitive side, that's also fun too because that's just more cars to race, more people to hang out with and shoot the shit with, really.
That's the best part about the racing, I think, is just it's the people. Yes, there's the competition side, but one of the things that you guys are really good at Sobel is it seems like you guys have a really good group of people that just enjoy hanging around with each other, enjoy supporting one another. You don't really see that a lot in other racetracks. There are a lot of divisions where people maybe don't do that or don't like each other. It'll
Yeah.
be a little different though this year, Brady, because now you guys are going to all be competing for a championship. Now you've been there for a couple of years. Like Savannah's been up there a couple of years, Alex been up there, Graydon's been up there a couple of years. CGC's they're not screwing around anymore. They're coming for blood this year. They want surfboards. Obviously, Pat Farrow is somebody you can never count out. I mean, we have just started. We haven't talked about new racers coming there. You've got guys from Varney that are coming, guys from Flamborough that are coming, guys and gals that are coming to be a part of the division. So, what do you have to do this year to ensure that your season goes better? You got a brand new car. That doesn't solve everything, though. So, what is it that you have to do?
Uh, I'm not. I don't know because there's, like you said, there's a bunch of new names coming, but they're all well known, great racers. So it's
Mm-hmm.
honestly that's just going to up the competition even more. It'll make it a lot more fun. But for me personally, I don't know what I got to do. I think I just gotta. I wish it was like NASCAR where I could hop on the sim and get some practice laps throughout the week and get a lot better. But I don't think I can do that.
No, I mean it seemed like last year again. It was one of if anything could go wrong last year for you, it did. It seemed to be that way. Graydon had the same type of season where as soon as he went out there, something happened, and it kicks you in the balls. I mean, the sport basically, if you don't have a great year, it seems like it routinely just tries to kick you in the balls every week, and that sucks. But you keep coming back, and you keep coming back. Why? Because we love it, right? The one thing that we love about this sport is getting to be a part of it, and you obviously you routinely participate in a lot of the big time events. There's a huge one this year. We don't know much about it yet, but Delaware Speedway is doing the Canadian Bone Stock Nationals. Is this a race that Brady Cox is going to take his number 24 to?
Um, I, I don't know. It's still up in the air. I know I'm gonna try and hit. I'm gonna try and do the Peterborough Invitational. Obviously, the
Yep.
Sauble ones. Flamborough, Varney, Delaware. I'm not too sure. With it being a Friday night, it's harder and harder with my work schedule to get it off and
It
do
is
it.
a Saturday.
It's a Saturday.
It
Well,
is.
oh, that's it's a little more convincing now. But like I said, I don't know. We'll have to see if I do go, it'll most likely be a last minute type of deal. But I
Yeah.
I do hope to go and support it because, like you said, I am one of those guys that loves to support all the big events. So
Yeah, you do. You routinely go and you go to, you've had success at Varney. You've won at Varney before. I know they're going through a bit of a change as well with their fields. They're going through a bit of change with who's going to compete there. Like I said, Saab was going through it. Peterborough's going through it because we don't have a sunset, unfortunately, and that's very disappointing, especially for you and Stoyanovsky, because your last ventures there were pretty good. So how
yeah,
do you carry that momentum forward, bud?
um,
Or you
honestly,
just steal Stoyanovsky's car. I mean, you could do that, but
I could do that too. But I don't know. It's just as much as it feels good to do good at the big events. It's just for me personally, you, like Sunset. If you don't show up to those events, you never know when you're going to get that chance again to race there. So
yeah,
whether you're going to have a top five run or you're just going to be a field filler but make the
yeah.
race, why not go and support the show? So,
Absolutely. Did you have fun last year, Brady?
once I got my stuff figured out, yeah, I did. But even the bad times, like everybody around me, they they made the bad days good. That's all I can say.
And you got a young kid that's coming in. You got to test out his car for him. I don't know if that's the car he's going to use this year. Wyatt Sprung's going to be joining the bone stock division. You've obviously been a young kid joining this division, limited experience. So what advice would you give to him, especially because he is starting out at Sauble Speedway? You've raced there for a couple of years. What would you say is the trick to getting around Sauble in a bone stock?
Really, it's just he has enough experience at the track. He's a wheelman in a junior late, don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
But it's a full-size front-wheel drive car. It's totally different than a junior late. So it's really just having the patience to understand the car, understand the people you're racing with, because it's you have way less room to hit or pass and whatnot, right? So but he did some practice laps on his own, and he was running some subpar times. So I mean, I think he'll catch on pretty quick, and he'll be a force to be reckoned with in either this year or next.
I love to see it. I think that's exactly what we need. Tanner Holmes with the quote of the night so far. Best advice is not to take advice from Brady. So there we go. Tanner is definitely
He's not wrong, because I'm not the best guy to take advice from.
Well, there we go. Pop says, go, I need your points. There you go. Absolutely, Brady. Well, we look forward to seeing you out there this year. I hope planning to make 2 to 3 trips up to Sauble this year. So that'll be a first for me. So I'm excited to see it. Great track and great people. So best of luck. Get to sleep, because I know we're past your bedtime. So we appreciate you coming on the show, bud.
I had to ask to stay up super late tonight. So
yeah, well, I'm glad you did, buddy. I appreciate it, and we'll chat with you real soon.
All right, thanks for having me, bud.
That's Brady Cox. So make sure you go out and see him at Sauble Speedway this year, and somebody you're going to go out and see on a regular. Definitely one of my favorite people that I like to talk to all the time. She's got actually some news, which is funny that she decided to break it on this. And is that a Kyle Larson shirt? No, no, not on this shirt, not on this show. No, no, no. That's Terry Labonte's font, and I'm kicking you off for this. Oh, my heart. My heart. Ashley McMartin, Lakeside Mobile Tire, but also a regular Peterborough Speedway contributor here on ONTrack Weekly. Ashley, things have been a little busy for you. You got some really cool news.
I got a whole bunch of things going on right now. You know me, race season's coming, so therefore I throw every iron into the fire that I can.
Yes.
I have a little giveaway going. I have a race suit and $100 gift card, and no strings attached on this one. I'm not asking people to, like, share and nominate 7,000 million people. Just go find my post. I know it's been shared numerous times over numerous things. So you know what? Yep, absolutely. Get in there, put your name on there. It doesn't matter if it's dirt, traveling, or asphalt. Yes, I'm including dirt and everything now. So go do that, because that closes this weekend, and then I'm going to be doing the live draw. And if you are going to Motorama, whoever the winner is, I will definitely 100% bring that down for you guys for that one. We're getting geared up ourselves with our car, our number 16 bone stock. We've got both Scott and Matt piloting that this year, because Matt is starting college, and he's not quite 100% sure how much time he's going to have, because his college course is a little intensive, or he's just going to blow himself to smithereens because he's taking drilling and blasting. So it's going to be one of the two. The kid can't figure out underwear and dirty clothes, but yet they're going to give him explosives. Freaking wonderful.
Love it.
We're bringing back this year with Lakeside Mobile Tire, obviously Angela Novus as sponsorship in the bone stock at Peterborough. Gary Hanna, late model, who was in addition last year. You got our car, of course, our Sunset champion, Colton Everingham, who I know is coming up next with, I think I'm going to call them all the Apex Predators, the 3 of them that are coming up, because or the Three Wide Mafia. It's going to be one of the
Three
two.
Wide Mafia is a pretty cool name, actually.
Yeah, the Three Wide Mafia. Those three, you get them together, and it's just nothing but shenanigans.
I'll have to say nothing. I told you, I'm just gonna take vacation, let Wally, Colton, and Steve talk, and bitch over whose mustache is worse. I mean, that's all I gotta do.
That's mine today. Are we good?
Yeah.
Are we okay?
You're
here?
doing okay. I got rid of mine, so we're good. We're good.
And then, of course, last but not least, I've got Air Force Rob, who's done
Air Force Rob.
massive.
God love Air Force Rob. We can confirm Air Force Rob is back. He is going to run this year, which is exciting.
Yes. So no, after we kind of got through the whole tire Krishmazel and everything like that, everybody seems to be a little bit more on an even level.
Mhm.
I'm still kind of sorting out some sponsors, some partnerships for the rest of the season.
Yep.
But I did make oops, I did it again today.
Uh-oh. Now, last time Ashley said, oops, I did it again, her Robert Bourne Memorial went from 1 person to 3. So what does this mean?
Well, oops, I did it again is kind of reminiscence of last year when I picked up Gary Hanna.
Yeah.
And
I'm seeing
again,
a pattern here.
I never regret my decisions, because where I choose my drivers from is always something that is very solid for our brand of who we are, what we represent, and how we be. And I've watched both of these drivers because it's kind of a twofer.
Okay.
It's I'm gonna pick up Jokers Racing, Steve and Jeffrey. So I couldn't be happier with both of them. Steve raced against Matt last year, and I was thoroughly impressed. And actually, Brandon Feeney got a phenomenal photo of Matt and Steve, your throwback. And I know it's kind of sitting over behind me. But honestly, it was to see the two of them together. And Steve is just such a wonderful driver and great personality. And we couldn't be happier partnering with them this year. So
Steve and Jeff Oakes, that's the 53 team. So if you guys don't know, the Tide Ride and the STP colors, I don't know if both of those cars are coming back in their same condition.
They are staying in that condition. Those are the themes this year. Yep,
they will be part of the Battlefield Cat Rental Bone Stock division out at Peterborough Speedway, coming over from Sunset. So that is an addition. Congratulations to both the Oakes brothers. This is, if I'm not mistaken, might be their very first sponsorship ever. So congratulations to them. I know that obviously doesn't come lightly. I know we've talked at length before that there are so many deserving people, and you cannot give sponsorships to everybody. I know from ourselves, we did an oops, we did it again this week as well. But that,
I'm sorry, I'm a little contagious. I apologize.
Just a little bit. But that's kind of what I think we want to try and do in motorsports, though, is reward those that put the effort in and are working hard on and making themselves better, but also making the sport better. And definitely a great thing. Can people contact you for tires for 2026?
110%. So right now, anybody who's running bone or pure stock, actually bone, pure, mini stock, anything, if your car needs tires right now, let's try and get them in on this plus 40 unit order that I've got going in after March the 6th, because the price they are, my distributor has said, you get over 40 units, we're going to start slashing the prices for you. So we are actually over that 40 units. So if anybody wants to try and take advantage of any of this, I can't install them, but you bet your ass I'll sell them to you, and you're going to get a dead ass good price on it.
That is, of course, Lakeside Mobile Tire. Now, just to clear up, I know you did post this week, just for clarification for people, you are not a tire shop. You are
not a tire shop.
So just so people are aware, because there was some misinformation that did go out, that maybe you are more than
we don't even deal with everyday PLT, which is passenger light truck. We're completely industrial, agricultural, and commercial. But for me at racing, how I got into this was racing is my demographic. Those who go to the racetrack are my demographic. And that's how actually I kind of got into now what this has turned into, this big giant ballooning monster. And Scott and I were there at Autumn Colors. We are making an appearance at Sabo this year.
You are indeed. And that was
Yes.
mentioned by Pops Campbell. He is much excited to see you.
Yeah,
up there.
August 22nd, we are going up because we have also sponsored a little event there that day as well.
Really?
We're throwing in. Yeah, we threw in for a pot.
I'm curious. There's August 22nd. People might need to look at the schedule, figure out maybe what that might be.
Yeah.
Because I think we may have done something as well. I mean, that's what we're excited about.
Yeah, I'm blaming you for this one. I am blaming.
Well, that was kind of how we started that, but what we look forward to more and more this season, and congratulations to the Oaks. And of course, if you are looking for tires for your bone stock, mini stock, what was the last one? Just bone stock, mini stock?
Bone stock, pure stock, mini stock. You're a grocery getter. You're everyday grocery getter. As I said, you need something for the summer. I can't install it, but you know what? Throw it in on this order before before March, March 6th, and we'll get that in, and we will honestly have everything, for you.
I will put it out there as well, guys. If you are looking for sponsorship this year, stop sending proposals through Messenger. That's not. We've talked about this before at length. That's not really how businesses operate. Most of them will not take it that way. But I will end this conversation with the guy who you love commenting here saying that Ashley is number one, and that is Sideways Leo Superfly Leo La Barbera saying Ashley's number one. And I can't disagree there. I think she is number one, except for wearing Kyle Larson on my show. Burn that shirt. Never, ever again. Ashley, I love you. We'll chat you soon. You're going to be co-hosting with me on SNS on Thursday.
I am coming up on Thursday.
Yeah.
And yes, honestly, the boys, I know, as I said, we're going to call, okay, you know what? 3 Wide Mafia. That's what they are. You will let the 3 Wide Mafia go discuss their.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. I've got 2 here. I don't know where your boy is right now. So.
Who are we? We're missing the big man.
We're missing the big man right now. He's
That's
not
it.
in the
His
waiting room.
sponsorship. That's it.
That's it. It's over. It's over.
It's done. He can't even show
Done.
up for his promotional stuff. That's it. Wally, do you want Colton sponsorship?
You could give him to Steve. Steve's got open spots on the mod.
Steve needs one. Steve needs.
Now Colton joins. Oh, there we go. All right, Ashley, thank you so much. We'll chat with you on
have
Thursday.
a good night.
All righty, bye. Ashley McMartin, as we bring in the trio of all trios. We bring them on because they're more than just they're in high demand now. And it is the group. I mean, Ashley's come up with nicknames for you already. So she says 3 Wide Mafia. I mean, it's pretty good. I don't know. I don't even know what to say to that because you've got some. First off, Wally, I want to make sure you're okay because I was warned that you weren't going to make the show today, and here you are.
Oh, I'm fine. Oh.
Apparently you're fine, and Steve isn't, apparently.
Oh, Steve, I don't know what's wrong with Steve.
There we go.
Too much beauty in one shot.
I know.
Here.
I know. Stash just gets better every time you see him.
Honestly, and he does too. You looking good. How you feeling, Steve? I know you've been working hard to get back in the car this year. A little bit leaner and meaner.
I mean, yeah, the race car is easier to get in, but there's still some work to do to become a skinny little guy like Wally, but hey.
I know what that's like, buddy. I know what that's like. Jeez. How's the off season go? You guys got Motorama coming up. We're going to see, I believe, all 3 of you guys are going to be there during the weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to be there. My car is going to be there as well. Did a last minute drop off at Image Wraps there for Craig to do his magic. He does one hell of a job every year that I've used them, and I'm pretty excited to see what he's got going on this year.
Yeah, he tends to do a pretty good job on that car. It Lakeside Mobile Tire has never looked so good on there. And are we going to see your car there, Wally?
Yeah.
We'll see
we'll
Wally's
have a car there.
And are we going to see yours, Steve?
Oh, of course, we'll be in with the in the Oscar booth for the weekend. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's probably been 15 years since we've had our race car in the show down there. So yeah, Dave Gameforth approached us about it, and luckily we had no damage on the car, so we didn't have to do anything to it. So yeah, it'll be in there. Dad cleaned it up because that's what he likes to do, so it looks good right now.
Well, that's good to hear. Obviously, you guys, um, by popular demand, honestly, anytime when you guys come on the show, it's good stuff, and the ratings go through the roof. Honestly, I mean that's not just because the legendary Wally Wilson is on the show, but as we know, the racing season is coming up really quick. What have you guys been looking at as to what you've got going on for right now? Obviously, things are a little bit busy. I think we're expecting Oscar for mods for both of you guys. Delaware mods for you, Wally?
Yeah, I'm doing full Delaware and
Full Delaware.
Oscar.
And Austin Penny says better be pink again, Colton. I will agree on that. I loved the pink actually. It looked really, really good on the car. Are you going pink this year or you got something special?
Maybe towards the end of the year we'll dabble into that again and kind of
Nice.
do it again for breast cancer. Just kind of all depends on how the year goes and how the funding all goes. Craig, I just told Craig I wanted to do something for breast cancer, and he came up with that design, and the pink chrome really stood out. And I thought it looked awesome. I'm not even trying to be biased by any means, but definitely something that thinking about towards and at the end of the year. I got to see if my team's on board again with wanting to sell some ribbons and stuff, because that was an unthanked job with everybody that was a part of it. Sold $4,800 worth of ribbons, which was really cool. And yeah, it's something that we could definitely look at again.
I mean, I think doing initiatives like that is something that's kind of forgotten in racing. Unfortunately, it seems like it goes by the wayside quite a bit because we do get kind of wrapped up in championships and funding is fine. Ashley says funding is fine, Colton. So there you go. That's good to know. But Colton, you're doing Steel City and Daco, right?
Steel City, Daco, and I got a race planned out to go out east to Riverside.
Hell yeah.
And then there's a couple Sable races. Well, definitely one extra Sable race that I'm doing as well. And Autumn Colors and Frosttoberfest, and possibly running full time at another track as well, going for 3 championships.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So
Okay, Wally.
no, it's I love racing.
You think, eh?
Yeah, I just the unfortunate thing is getting my home track ripped from underneath me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It really sucks. It's 5 minutes down the road, and hopefully one day the doors open again. But I don't want any other track to be like that. And I know I'm
Yeah.
only one person, but if we can do it, we're going to try to go for 3 championships. Flambro and Daco are definitely my first 2 concerns that I want to focus on the most. This third one, see how things go.
Well, I mean, it's a huge thing. I know, Steve, you were thinking you're going to put a second mod on the track this year. How are things going with that?
It's currently still snowed in our sea container, but like we had it at Ron Easton's shop, and he built a whole new body for it, all new bars for it. We sent the body out, all the bodies wrapped. Dad's got the new crate motor. It's ready just to drop in. So I think shortly after Motorama, our car is going to go up to Brian McDonald's for a week or so and just have him go over it. And then while that car's up there, we'll bring the other one home, and we'll try and get it all ready to go. We're not quite sure what's going to happen with it yet. Like we'll obviously have Daryl Henwood. We're going to put him in to race it.
Yeah.
Rodney Rutherford, he's going to probably drive it a couple times, and then we'll see from there, right? I want to see it out on the track, but my God, do I not? I don't want to wreck with that car on the track. That's
Yeah.
that's a big thing, right? But yeah, just if we can get more cars out on the track for modifieds, that helps everybody, right? So, and then we're gonna run full-time Oscar, and then we have that 6 or 7 week layoff from July to
Yeah, it's a long one.
mid-September. We might head down to Delaware a time or two, or we might take the other car and go run some ROC 602 mod races. Maybe go to Lake Erie, or if they're at Lancaster, we'll go to
Yeah.
Lancaster. Just
Take
something,
Wally
right?
with you.
Yeah, I don't leave him at home. I don't have much time racing left. I only got a couple more years, so now this is kind of the time where Dad wants to check some bucket list items off while we can, right? As soon as one of my girls shows interest in racing full time, I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. Like I've been doing it since I was 7, and I'm 40 now. So like,
Jeez, you're
Oh,
old.
come on. That's
yeah,
not
I
that
know,
long.
right? So
Good
I've been at
Lord.
it for a while. I went to my first racetrack when I was 2 weeks old, and my dad let me catch pneumonia at Watkins Glen. So it's been embedded in my life since I was 2 weeks old.
Atta boy, Dad. I love
Yeah.
that. That's
Mom
fantastic.
was not happy about that.
No, I would not think so. Right now, yeah, your modified count right now, based off of working with Dave, who's been keeping me up to date with the entries for this year, decent. Could definitely be better. I mean, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 13 so far. That doesn't mean full time 13, and that doesn't mean part time. That's just 13 in general. And then, but the mods, I mean, especially them and the hot rods last year took a bit of a hit. I mean, there's no debating. I mean, that we saw that. However, they really seem to be focusing on trying to build it back up for this year. Their social media has really taken off as well. They've really been working on building that, which is great to see. Their super late model count looks phenomenal. If all those guys make it out, that's obviously always a question as well as to whether or not it's going to be a weekly thing. I mean, certain divisions looking decent OSS, same with Can-Ams and Outlaw Midgets, but again, it's all going to be a big question mark as to how things go this year. For you all, obviously, financially, it's a little bit difficult everywhere. That's the reality of it. And as racing fans, we obviously want to see you guys out there and try and do whatever we can to support you guys. But in terms of how long you guys have been racing, are we talking about this being one of the toughest years for support?
I mean, the last couple have shown, right? Like with the tariffs, like parts
Yeah.
are at an astronomical high for price, right? Like Drysdale has helped the racers with tire costs, but still, like tires are tires. They're expensive. They're like gas in the vehicles, like everything. It's tough, right? And like where you used to get $1,000 sponsor and that would go a long way down the road. Now that could do a couple races, right? It's tough. And like, yeah, it's really difficult. We've been lucky, and like we've gotten the assistance from Tyler from Overkill, like
Mhm.
Tyler Lipscomb, like he helps us, and like OK Tire Golf, like these guys buy our tires for us. So if you have somebody helping you with tires, that makes it so much easier to get down the road, right? So yeah, like we don't necessarily get money, but like tires, that's the big thing because we're racers and we want to put tires as much as we can on these things, right? So,
I've learned
and I mean,
this.
Wally running 37,000 races in a year, I don't know how he does it.
Too many tires.
Yeah.
Far too many tires.
Well, man, that's one of those things that I obviously would love to see. Obviously, you see the Flamborough Speedway put up, I mean, a pretty big payout for their late model division. They're really working on the Drysdale Showdown series, and John obviously wants that to succeed. You guys have well, I know obviously Wally and Colton, you guys have run APC. Steve, have you ever done an APC race before?
No, that's another bucket list. Is Dad really wants to try the 300 at the end of the year, so he's kind of sniffing around and seeing what he can do, but I don't think I got 300 laps in me, boys. Gonna have to come in for a hot dog break.
Don't know if you don't try.
Yeah.
But so you guys have obviously done the APC events, and obviously this is going to be a big task to try and get somebody to run for the APC championship and the Flamborough championship. But I would assume at least one or two, maybe three guys will try it. Um, Colton, you're going to go for three championships potentially in one season. It's a little bit different though because those schedules. I think that how many do you got in because Daco is a 5, I believe,
Yeah, Daco's 5.
and Steel's 6.
Flamborough is technically 4.
Oh, technically 4.
Yeah, because the one race goes on the Daco race as well. So, like, I guess you can count it as 5. So there's 10 between them two, and then possibly another 9. So,
wow.
I mean, like, you gotta when I first started racing this division, we raced 28 times, 29 times at Sunset Speedway, and in 18 when I won the championship, I raced 32 times, like all in the same car. I raced every single invitational that I could, and yes, times are a lot different now, and everything's a lot more expensive. But I just try to do my part the best that I can to try to support every racetrack, just because it's like Humberstone that closed down, and my home away from home, Sunset closed, and I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
And if I can support them, like I said, my two main focuses is Daco and Flamborough, but if I can support the third, then we're going to be there for the ride.
It is a really tough thing to hear because obviously I was watching these 2005, 2006 car races that were uploaded by McGlynn Motorsports. And they've got Barrie Speedway on there, they got Mosport, and they got Kawartha. And all three of those are gone. Then you add Cayuga, Jucasas, that's gone as well. You add Sunset, which is not officially gone yet. Same with Jucasas, not officially gone, but they're still sitting. Capital City is sitting as well. There's not a ton of optimism, unfortunately, when it comes to these because the land is just so valuable to developers compared to what racetracks operate and what they bring in. But we've seen with properties like Ohsweken Speedway, when they put a great amount of investment in, break it the top run facility for dirt tracks, it gets a lot of attention. Obviously, it's a little bit tougher when we see some of these racetracks and people just not going out to support it. I mean, Colton, I'm glad that you say that you're going to go out there and do it because it's really needed. And I know we've got to put our pedal to the metal, but when you go and you see those counts in some of these tracks dipping and smaller and smaller and smaller, it's not a great feeling. So having shows like this where you guys can come on and chat about it and talk about this and try to bring more awareness to people coming out, um, I assume funding is the biggest hurdle for everybody. I assume that's the reason. Availability of cars, I don't really know. Is that something that we're finding now is an issue as well, as people are just overpricing?
I don't really think that it's overpricing. I mean, like, to build a brand new super stock right now, you're like probably, to do it right and brand new everything, you're probably going to be about 110,000, 120,000. A late model, you're brand new. Everything, you're 150,000. A modified, I'm sure you're up there as well. I just it's I know we all do this as a hobby and for the love of the sport, but it's super tough for guys to, I'm a racer. If I want to win and stuff all the time, and I always look at the payout like that. But it's tough to go to a race that pays $140 to start, and it doesn't even cover your entranceway or the fuel. Especially when they're 50 lappers or 75 lappers and stuff like. I know you can't always pay what Jucasa and stuff paid when Glenn was, or not Glenn, sorry, Kenny was all, and like I finished 4th there, the first nationals, and I think it was like $2,700 I got, which was insane. It was the first race I ever made money at. It just, it's the tough thing is the payouts and stuff, but I don't know, just like everything in life, it's expensive.
I find it's tough for like new people to get into the sport right now just because of the cost. Like, they look at it like, okay, I got to go out and spend 20 to 25 on a decently used car. then I got to go spend this, and I got to spend this, and all of a sudden it price them like Colton, Wally, myself, like we've done is race. Like that's all we
Yeah.
want to do is race, and it's tough to get new people into the sport, right? Like it's ingrained in our brains, and that's how it is, and it's just there's a lot of people that find interest with doing other stuff on Saturday nights, like you or they don't have the time during the week to work on the car. Like I make a running joke that I don't work on the car, and I don't.
Mhm.
Like I'm in the house with my kids and I hear my dad banging away working on the car, but like I'm useless when it comes to working on the car. I drive the thing, like
Sound like Wally.
yeah. But like it's hard right now to sell the sport of racing to somebody new. Like it to like we
Are we
have
trying to
guys
sell
in
it? But Steve, are we trying to sell it to the wrong people?
you're trying to sell it to the younger crowd, right? Like even right now, like I just picked up a go-kart for free, but even if I wanted to get started in a go-kart, you got to spend almost $5,000-$6,000 to start in a go-kart. That if you don't have parents, I hate to say parents with money, you're not going to be able to do it. That's it's so hard right now.
Yeah. You said just the go-karts, I mean, junior lates, I've seen some of them going for over $10,000.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where people are going to get the money for that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and then we're talking bone stocks as well. I mean, we've seen the bone stock market go up. I mean, Colton, when you guys started running bone stocks and mini stocks, it was nowhere near what it is now, I'm pretty sure.
No. Like I've never actually raced a full-time deal on a bone stock or a mini stock. I've always raced, super stocks and stuff. But I remember my sister's first mini stock was like a top 10 car at Sunset. And that was, with 20, 30 cars. And I think my dad paid at that time like $2,500 for the thing. But now like the problem is it's like everything's evolved so much.
Yeah.
Like even my mini stock, like I haven't improved it in nothing, and I've probably myself without, and I built it, with the help of like Josh Bowen and his dad and his brother and stuff. But I've probably spent like $6,000 in just parts, and that's not including labor and like how do you price that stuff? You know what I mean? Like it's just it's so tough with that aspect of it. I mean, that's a good thing about being able to do a lot of stuff myself.
Yeah.
Am I 100% good at it? No, but I would rather try to do all the stuff myself. And it's just I don't know. You see these Mustangs, I'll use for an example. A lot of these Mustangs, what I got in a complete car and all the spare motors and transmissions and stuff I have for this thing, they're spending on just a motor. Bigger cams in it than freaking, built motors that are racing in modifieds, or you use Andy Cameron's built motor as an example. Freaking like it's astronomical,
Yeah.
and it's not
More
really
money
an
in their
entry level.
motors than Wally had in his modified before it blew up.
It was
Yeah.
just a little 602.
But no, I just it's definitely tough. The cost of things now is just, and people want absurd amount of money for ship boxes. Like I've seen some come up, and you just like look at them, and you're like, you want $5,000 or $10,000 for that, and like how haggard of a mess it's been, and
I thought
it's
of this,
just
Colton, though. Do you all feel that there is similar, like there is a limit to where these divisions, what they should cost? Yes, people are putting more into each division. They might be putting more into what that typical car would be worth.
for mini stocks and bone stocks. Absolutely, I think
Yeah.
there should be you can't cap modified or super stock, or like nowadays you can't do it. A street stock, what Varney street stocks
Yeah.
and stuff, and I know they're venturing over to Sawbo or whatever.
Yeah.
Like them cars, like yeah, you can kind of cap it because they're 20, 30-year-old cars. Not a lot of them are brand new, but the mini stocks and the bone stocks, I think you could do it still right now. The mini stocks you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah,
Them guys, you know, are spending $20,000, $25,000 to build these race cars.
There's nothing stock about them anymore.
No,
Yeah.
Nothing
and
stock about them.
you know, and people are probably gonna say, "Oh, I don't got $20,000 in my mini stock," but
Yeah,
you know,
add it up and it
yeah,
added
yeah.
up
When
quick.
you know, and if you can do it yourself, absolutely, you save money. But is your time free? You know, like it's just, I don't know. There's no way of capping it anymore in that class. You know, they should
like, are we
never.
too far gone, Colton?
100%.
Yeah.
1,000%. The bone stocks you could. You know, I seen Glenn Hills trying to do that
Yeah.
the other day, and he just got crucified by everybody.
So I'll touch on that then. Do you do that now, or do you do that in November?
You do that now. We still
Do it
got 2
now, yeah.
months still
You
racing.
think it's still good enough? To do now?
100%.
Yeah.
There's more than
1,000%.
enough time.
My car last weekend didn't have a dang body on the thing.
Half the cars
and
out there aren't ready to race
yeah,
yet. Like
exactly. So
kidding me.
I don't, you know, last year at this time, last year we reclipped the car, Christmas, got into the new year, got painted. I redid all the interior and all the body and stuff in February. Like, I don't want to hear that you can't bolt the damn sway bar on the car. I just, you know, it's just, you know, people, believe me, I've driven a front wheel drive car without a sway bar, a Cavalier, a Cobalt without a sway bar,
Mhm.
and it makes a world of difference. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But, you know, they should never, it's not too far gone in that class yet, I don't
Mhm.
think, to eliminate some of the bleeding. You know, like go to the scrapyard. You know, you can order OEM sway bars, you can order OEM, you know, sway bar links and stuff. I don't believe it for a second that it's, you know, I just think that it, you know, that class is not, I'm not even gonna say it's an entry level class, because it's really not.
Not anymore. No way.
No, there's some ringers that race in
Yep.
that thing that's been racing in bone stocks for 35 years, and you know, I think the bone stock racing, especially, I'm going to use Flambro as an example, is like the best that I've ever seen.
Yes.
But you know, they shouldn't be, you know, $10,000, $15,000 race cars. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, even
Absolutely.
our hobby car, when we last ran it in 2019, we sold that thing for, I think we only sold it for 11.5. Thing had a brand new crate motor in it. I won 41 feature races with that thing, and it sold 2 years after, and it went for almost 20 grand.
It's
Right?
absurd.
Like, and when we raced it, they had like leaf springs in them. They had steel bodied shocks. Like, you couldn't have rebuildable shocks. Now they have coilovers. They got like they're allowed quick changes now. They're allowed all these other things. And I like to still bring this up that we ran old school technology, and I still have the fastest lap time. And you got all these guys spending. My dad sees the amount of money these guys spend buying coilover springs and getting their shocks done, and they're not going any faster, right? Like, just it's tough. Like Colton said, like, I applaud what Glenn Hills is doing, right? Like, here's what you guys need to do: show up and race like this, or don't come. Like,
He changed the rule.
yeah,
Because of the people bickering and stuff, and I understand, but at the same sense, you know, it's just, I've seen, I believe it was Wade Thorne comments on it, that these cars shouldn't be running sub 19 lap times in a bone stock. You know, like, I've driven some bone stocks and started drive like somebody else's cars, and like, you drive them and you're like, wow, these things turn better than my super stock or a late model. You know what I mean? Like, it's absurd, but you know, they're a blast to drive, and it is what it is, I guess.
Could I ever see you pilot that 48 Neon again? Is that thing still around, Colton?
It's sitting in my shop. I just don't have time for it. That's the problem. Yeah, I don't have time for it right now. I would
How would
love
it do?
to.
How would it do now? Though you were talking about how it's so far gone in this class now. So how would it do if you brought it out?
I spent a couple weeks on it and spent, a boatload of money on, updating some stuff and browse some ideas off of Mike Nelson and
Yeah, I was gonna say you have to
the
talk
good-
to the Nelson. Yeah,
Mike and I are good buddies, and
yeah, he's a good dude.
um,
Neon King.
yeah, the motor in it's dang good. I got a really smoking good deal on a motor that is a really good motor, so it's kind of cool. But I haven't been able to race it. I've just been so busy. The last time I went to go race it, I broke it, and believe me, like I would love to nothing more than to drive it after it's gotten the updates that it needs.
Last time I saw it out there, Chris Allard drove it at Sunset.
Yeah, he was shaking it down for me on I think it was the Friday.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
It was the
you're right.
Friday. It was the ringer race or the
Yes.
non-winners race or something. And
Yep.
And it had a bit of a misfire, so then I figured that out, and I went out and broke a timing belt in it and pushed it over in the corner of my shop, and it's just sitting there with a car cover over it. But I really want to bring it out because, like I said, I built it. Like it's my car, and it was badass. Like besides the motors, the motors I've always struggled with. I mean, the one that's in it now is a pretty good one, but I remember Carson Nagy drove it the one time, and I told him before he went out there, I said, just to let you know, like this thing turns, and it'll probably turn better than your super stock. We had 1,000-pound right rear spring in it, and he didn't believe me, and I didn't get up to the top of the hill yet, and all I hear, the fucking thing doing donuts because he spun out, and but
just saying, there was a mini stock invitational this year at Delaware, so it could come out and maybe
I struggle at Delaware.
putter around on that neon
in a
man.
freaking super stock and a modified and a Pro 8 model, and I ran there in a bone stock.
Talk to Wally; he's great there.
Oh, I'm not that good there.
He still
That
has
was
the brake pedal
sarcasm,
at the
Wally.
start finish line. I'm glad you said that was sarcasm.
Oh, it was sarcasm. Oh yeah, I seen it. You got to talk to Steve as well. Well, actually, Steve, your race didn't really go that great either, but you did win the championship there. So, I mean,
Yeah, I just pulled a rabbit out of my ass that day. That was all that happened.
Final restart. It wasn't going to happen, and then the final restart happens, and racing gods went your way. But we appreciate all of you guys coming in, and honestly, like we could go, like we were supposed to do 10 minutes, and we're almost 30. So that's just what happens when you got great guys that like to shoot the shit and talk racing. And we'll probably need to have you guys on. Like I say, this you're kind of the dream team. You're the ones we just kind of shoot all these ideas off and get your opinions on stuff. So we'll have to do this again. And appreciate all you guys volunteering.
Boys, where's the mustaches at? I got to get to the bottom of this.
Mine's blonde.
Mine's a work in progress.
Wally's got one. I don't know why he doesn't shave his beard.
One.
Wally has never asked for permission in his life, and he's scared to do it.
Yeah.
I know better.
What does your dad say?
I did it. My wife hated it, and now she looks at me like, it's not so bad.
My dad's never said no. My mom said no. So
listen to Papa Paul.
Just tell me you're scared of. Just tell me you're scared of Sierra. It's fine, Wally. It's fine.
It's pretty scary sometimes.
I believe that might be the reason. There was a comment posted, not about this mustache, but there was a comment that was certainly talking about, Steve, if you go somewhere to race, can I go and we leave Wally like he always leaves me?
That's fine. I need somebody to look after my kids if they come, so that's fine.
Perfect. Yeah. Lots of great conversation here tonight, and we appreciate.
And then we'll sit Wally down between Colton and I at the autograph session, so he can finally feel like a real man.
Yes. This is why you guys are all doing the session together.
I'm gonna need a booster seat or something.
You can sit on Colton's lap. It'll be fine.
That's what I was expecting. I thought you were going to sit on Colton's lap. So
Wally can buy the beers too.
Oh God,
he's going to get carded. No, we'll have you guys there. It'll be a great time. No, Brandon, we're not doing skullets. Nope, get out of here. That's an absolute no guy for me. Mullets maybe, but
I do a skullet. I do a skullet.
I think
you can pull it off though. I mean, if I get any further with mine, I'm going to be heading that way too. But
I think Dana might kill you if he came out with a skullet.
Oh yeah.
we have gotten a conversation with skullets in here before, and Dana said absolutely not.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with you tonight, Steve. If you're like going into the abyss or like
No,
what's going
he's
on?
supposed to be working. He must be a union worker.
Yeah,
Hard worker.
he must be one of those guys getting paid so much
Yeah.
money.
I'm a
Union worker,
supervisor, so
Steve?
I don't have to work much.
Oh, okay.
Stupidvising.
He's
Stupidvising.
stupidizing.
Hey, I feel like Paul Wilson directing Wally at the races.
And
Well,
on that
Paul,
note,
Paul mainly runs around going, "Where's Wally?" Like that.
Pretty much.
yeah. Actually, that should be something on your car. Actually, instead of the "Where's Waldo," there's the "Where's Wally" on the side.
Put an Apple tag on him so you can find him during the night.
I'm just everywhere, always.
Yeah, he is. Thank you guys. Appreciate you all, and we'll see you at Motorama.
All right,
So
fellas,
thanks,
have a good
Jim.
night.
Well, I want to thank each and every one of our guests tonight for coming on, being on ONTrack Weekly. We'll see you guys next week. It'll be our last week before Motorama, and then I will be off on the Monday following. We're moving, so you might be able to see it. It's kind of a mess all over here. We're packing stuff up and getting ready for our new studio and new home, and we'll be looking forward to getting that all together for you. So about got one more week. I'm not sure what we're going to do next week in terms of guests. Probably look forward to Motorama and talk about that. But for those that tuned in tonight, I really appreciate it. If you can, give us a thumbs up, share this clip. We're at episode 174. Next week will be 175 of ONTrack Weekly. And of course, we're still under 100 subscribers away from 21,000 here on GeForce TV. We'll catch you all next week. If you can do that, share, screen, love the show, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you all next week on ONTrack Weekly.